President Trump is making good on his threat to crack down on two popular Chinese-owned social media apps. He's signed executive orders banning TikTok and Wechat from operating in the U.S. within 45 days unless they're sold. Mr. Trump says the apps are effectively spyware. CNN's Hadas Gold is covering this for us from London. So many twists and turns on this story. What's the latest?
Kim, so these two executive orders came out just last night focusing on TikTok and, as you noted, Wechat, saying that the U.S. will ban these apps within 45 days unless they are taken over by an American company. Of course, we know that Microsoft is currently in talks to buy some of TikTok's operations in countries like the U.S., Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. In this executive order, Trump cited some of the things we already know that U.S. officials are worried about when it comes to these apps, things like national security concerns, how they collect data. Ironically, they also cited that TikTok is used to spread the disinformation around coronavirus, which is a little bit ironic considering Trump himself has had some of his posts on social media actually removed by platforms like Facebook and Twitter for spreading disinformation around coronavirus. But TikTok, as we all know by now, has become one of the biggest hits of the last few years. But almost since the moment it launched, it's had a rather bumpy ride. Take a look. For many people around the world, TikTok has become a lifeline of joy.
People rely on this app for happiness sometimes. I can read hundreds of thousands of comments from my videos alone that would say, like, this video really made my day. I get messages all the time saying, like, you really helped me during hard times.
The app, owned by Chinese company ByteDance, changed British 22-year-old Jake Sweet's life after he joined and amassed nearly 7 million followers. Not many Chinese-owned apps have reached such global success. But after ByteDance bought the Musical.ly app, merged it under TikTok, and launched worldwide, it hit 1 billion downloads by the following February. As it rose in the app charts, controversy followed.
Hi guys, so I'm going to teach you guys how to get
It's been accused of censorship, temporarily suspending the account of a 17-year-old girl last November who went viral for a video she made criticizing the Chinese government and its Uyghur detention centers. The company said the teen's account had been suspended due to a post on her other account and apologized, blaming the decision on human error. At the same time, U.S. lawmakers were warning the app could pose a national security threat, saying it was putting Americans' data in the hands of the Chinese government. A national security review was soon underway. TikTok said in a statement that it stores all U.S. user data in the United States and backs it up in Singapore and would never share data with the Chinese government. By December, the Pentagon urged military personnel to delete the app from government-issued smartphones, and some branches followed up with outright bans. In June 2020, India went further, completely banning the app in the country, claiming it poses a threat to sovereignty and integrity. But several cybersecurity experts tell CNN that though TikTok's Chinese ownership is worthy of concern, most of its data just wouldn't be that useful for real espionage.
This is mostly a political move, but it is based around a tiny seed of something which could be a real concern. If you are, again, an activist in Hong Kong, if you are a whistleblower on Chinese government corruption, I would not recommend installing TikTok on your phone. If you are a soldier deployed in North Africa or the Middle East by the United States, I would not recommend installing TikTok on your phone. But for your average dancing teenager, probably it's fine.
As the app becomes a diplomatic flashpoint, TikTok's legions of influencers and fans desperately hope this won't be their last dance. And Kim, one thing that this executive order actually did not mention, if you remember a few days ago, President Trump mentioned that whatever sale or deal might come out of the Microsoft TikTok negotiations, he thinks the U.S. should get a cut of that deal, something that experts we've spoken to said has absolutely no basis in current law. So they're a little bit confused on where that comes from. That executive order that we saw last night did not make any mention of the U.S. getting any sort of cut of that deal.